Headlines tonight, Anambra government calls the federal government to adopt more sustainable approach to flood management. Anambra State Assembly organizes public hearing for Igbo Apprenticeship Bill 2024. INEC publishes final list for governorship candidates for Anambra Guba elections. And on the foreign scene, 12 countries banned from traveling to US. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Security is here to stay in Anambra State, in the Anambra. Remember, security is everyone's business, and for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for better security of lives and property. Remember the emergency numbers, 5111 and 080-0220-0008. ABS TV is now live on cable free-to-air, Strong TV channel 68. Join us. Good evening and thanks for joining us on ABS Evening News. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. The governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has called on the federal government to adopt a new and more sustainable approach to flood management in Nigeria for a permanent solution to the recurring flood disaster that affects Anambra and other states annually. Lighthouse correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo reports that the governor made the call through his deputy, Dr. Onyekachiku Ibezimu, during a courtesy visit by the officials of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, at the state's lighthouse in Oka ahead of a sensitization tour of flood-prone communities by the NEMA delegates. He reports.
While appreciating the federal agency's visit, noted that the Anambra State government has already taken proactive measures to mitigate the anticipated impact of this year's floods, listing the ongoing efforts to include readiness of holding centers, continued sensitization campaigns in riverine council areas, and real-time monitoring of water levels using a digital flood monitoring device recently donated by the Japanese government.
Mr. Governor, in the last administration, we had a team, a technical team at the federal level. We had several meetings and we developed a document which the present government of Bola Tinubu came and adopted.
Earlier in her remarks, the Director General of NEMA, Mrs. Zabaida Umar, represented by Dr. Tikman Tenimo, lamented the widespread destruction caused by annual floods across Nigeria.
On the 2025 National Preparedness and Response Campaign on flood disaster and related hazards for effective early warning actions to save lives and livelihoods during the 2025 rainy season.
From Lighthouse, Oka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo reporting for ABS News.
Anambra State House of Assembly has organized a public hearing at the State Legislative Complex for the Igbo Apprenticeship Bill 2024, where masters and apprentices welcomed the hearing and said it will help strengthen a system that has produced many successful business people in the state and beyond. Emmanuel Chibata was there for ABS.
Declaring the hearing opened, the Speaker of the Assembly, Right Honorable Somtochukwu Udeze, said it would prevent abuse, promote transparency, and preserve a key cultural and economic practice in Igbo society.
This issue of labor for the apprentice system is the power behind the nation. Other nations are learning it. So we feel it's better for us to have a law.
What we're just trying to do is to make sure that we rid our streets of criminals and of Yahoo boys and all these people that are disturbing us, so that there will be one way or the other engaged into something meaningful.
The chairman, House Committee on Commerce, Trade and Industry, Honorable Innocent Ujike, in his submission, said the bill would also boost investors' confidence and standardize the traditional system to align with global best practices.
When I finished my SS3, my mother took me to one of my uncle, in which I went there and I served him. After serving him, I was settled, and I started my own business. So it's a case study. Igbo boy will help Igbo to develop themselves.
From the State House of Assembly, Emmanuel Chibata for ABS News.
The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the ABS, Mr. Chris Moloku, says he is committed to bringing back victory to the ABS at the upcoming National Delegates Conference of the Radio, Television and Theatre Arts Workers Union, Ratao, where one of his staff, Prince Emeka Kalu, is contesting for the post of the national president. Mr. Moloku stated this while playing host to the leaders of Ratao Southeast Zone, Anambra State Chapter, as well as ABS Chapter, who paid him a courtesy visit to his office at the corporate headquarters of the establishment, Aroma Junction, Oka. Ngozi Obileri tells us more.
Addressing the group, Mr. Moloku, who appreciated them for their unity towards the cause of bringing back the victory by supporting their candidates, urged them to boost their social media presence by updating their activities, pledged to continue to support every of their good moves, collectively and individually.
Appreciate I think almost everybody here have had that conversation with me, either quietly or loudly. I must say I appreciate it. And the reward for hard work is more. So let's give our tower more work. And let's see how we can work.
Speaking earlier, the zonal woman leader, Southeast, Ratao, Comrade Ifi Eze, and the state chairman of the union, Comrade Maureen Stone Enujoke, while appreciating the ABS boss for the support he has given their candidates so far, explained that their candidate has all it takes to bring back the glory to Anambra and ABS in particular, and pleaded with him to give their candidate state support by linking them with government to give his campaign a state face before the end of all campaigns.
It's win-win over, because where we have fears, they are giving us their mandates already, the northern part of it. So we are at least 90% sure of his winning the presidency. That's why we came, for you to help us and liaise with the commissioner and get through to the governor, so that they're going to give us that state's recognition.
In Oka, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
In keeping with the spirit and letters of the slogan of Nsugbe community in Anambra East local government area, which is truthfulness, mutual coexistence and peace, the youth of the community have trooped out en masse to protest. Now, some members of the community are fanning the flame of criminality in their community. The protest was in reaction to a protest by a group of people who led a protest on Sunday against the arrest of one Mr. Onyedika Diboa, popularly known as Onyedika E from Aba village in Nsugbe. Amaka Onwuzulike completes the story.
The counter-protesters fingered the said Mr. Diboa for perpetrating different forms of crime in the community and has been indicted by different police investigations. The protesters, who had different placards with inscriptions including "Nsugbe cannot condone criminal activities," said Mr. Diboa has been sacked as a member of Nsugbe Council of Elders and also stripped of all his titles by the council.
There's a different matter. About what I use where camera the whole you to me. Now, after I said the whole you to the support of people, sorry, no, we are not in support of what they are doing. So what I do was because all deceive, guy deceive line. What else I never can see them. Some people should stop deceiving other youths. Let's be in peace. I forgot all.
On Thursday,
I am Amaka Onwuzulike for ABS News.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has released the final list of candidates for the upcoming Anambra State governorship election, scheduled for Saturday, 8th November 2025. According to a statement signed by the National Commissioner and Chairman of INEC's Information and Voter Education Committee, Sam Olumekan, a total of 16 political parties will contest the election, having met all required deadline and criteria. Princess Ekwajide has the details. The African Democratic Congress, ADC, substituted its gubernatorial candidate following a voluntary withdrawal, while Accord, African Action Congress, AAC, Labour Party, and the New Nigerian People's Party made changes to their deputy governorship nominees. Notably, AAC and the National Rescue Movement are fielding female governorship candidates, while 6 parties, including the All Progressive Congress, APC, and the Labour Party, are representing female running mates. However, no party has nominated a person with disability. Candidates ages from 36 to 71. On the foreign scene, from foreign desk, U.S. President Donald Trump is rescuing the travel ban policy from his first term, signing a proclamation on Wednesday night that prevents people from a dozen countries from entering the United States. The countries include Afghanistan, Myanmar, Chad, Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Ireland or Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. In addition to the ban, there will be highlighted or heightened restrictions on the visitors from Burundi, Cuba, Sierra Leone, Togo, and Venezuela. Trump and others have defended the initial ban on national security grounds, arguing that it was aimed at protecting the country and not ground on anti-Muslim bias. There are some exemptions, including athletes traveling for major sporting events, some Afghan nationals and dual nationals with citizenship in affected countries. The travel ban, which comes into effect on 9th June, fulfills a promise Trump made during his 2024 election campaign, and it's likely to draw swift legal challenges. In sport, in the aim to engage youth positively while also giving budding talent on football the chance to excel, the Maiden CU charity football competition for secondary schools across the 3 senatorial districts of Anambra State has commenced. The competition, sponsored by the music duo of Onyedikachi and Onyebuchike, credited with hit songs such as Odechi and Asampete, and popularly known as C-Unit by their stage name, is to be played amongst selected secondary schools in all the senatorial districts of the state. Kenechukwu Chukwudi brought us the story. His report.
Was played between Community High School, Norfija, wearing white jersey, and Community Secondary School, Enugu-Abo, Ufuma, wearing orange jersey. As the coordinator of the competition, the council area, Mr. Ifunanya Nwafo, explained that having achieved feats in their musical career abroad, C-Unit decided to give back to the society by sponsoring the competition, a continuous one, with a prize money of 1 million naira for the champions and other prizes for both winning teams and players.
When I say, Otuto, major money in the EGC in the C-Unit. Ndị dịgasị involve na bọọlụ akarị and since ebidoro bọọlụ a na-eme n'ihe egwuregwu onwere onye melụrụ alụ ụmụazị na-enwe ọṅụ si biko ụdị ihe dị na-enye adịrịkwa gaba wee na-agwakwafa na ọ ga-adịrị gaba D-Unit abịagwo and ọ bịagwo pụrụ chinchin.
The game ended 1-0 in favor of Community High School, Norfija, as the captain, Chibike Obi, expressed his joy for the win, saying it will motivate the team for the next game. While the captain of the Community Secondary School, Enugu-Abo Ufuma, Ifeanyi Onyeka, expressed sadness for losing, but happiness for participating, hoping to do well next year. From Ufuma, it's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for ABS News.
That's the size of our package tonight, but remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka, on X at ABS Radio TV, on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. The main story again. Anambra government has called on federal government to adopt a more sustainable approach to flood management. Anambra State Assembly has organized public hearing for Igbo Apprenticeship Bill 2024. INEC has published final list of governorship candidates for Anambra Guba election. And on the foreign scene, we told you 12 countries have been banned from traveling to US. To end the news, let's take this special message again. Security is here to stay in Anambra State, in the Anambra. Remember, security is everyone's business, and for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for betterment of security of lives and property. Remember the emergency numbers, 5111 and 080-0220-0008. ABS TV is now live on cable free-to-air, Strong TV channel 68. Join us. Thanks for staying with us. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Good night.